When I tried to kick him, I didn't even get halfway, his foot was already in my face. That's how martial arts legend Sammo Hung describes his unforgettable moment with Bruce Lee. At 72 years old, Sammo Hung is finally opening up about his real experiences with the man who changed martial arts cinema forever. But before we dive into that powerful story, we need to understand the journey that shaped both of these legends. Born in Hong Kong in 1952, Sammo Hung grew up surrounded by film. His grandparents were deeply involved in the movie industry, and by age 9, he joined the famous China Drama Academy, a strict Peking opera school. There, he trained in martial arts, acrobatics, and acting under Master Yu Jimyuan. He became part of a group called the Seven Little Fortunes, alongside future stars like Jackie Chan and Yuan Biao. Training was brutal. Discipline was everything. As a teenager, Sammo suffered a serious leg injury that left him bedridden for months. During recovery, he gained weight, something that would later shape his on-screen image. Instead of being cast as the typical martial arts hero, he was often given villain or comedic roles. But Sammo didn't let that stop him. He reinvented himself. By the 1970s and 80s, he became one of Hong Kong cinema's most creative forces, acting, directing, producing, and choreographing fight scenes. Films like The Magnificent Butcher, The Prodigal Son, and collaborations with Jackie Chan in Project A and Wheels on Meals made him a household name. He blended comedy with hard-hitting martial arts, something few could do. Still, success didn't come without struggle. As Jackie Chan's international fame exploded, Sammo's popularity declined in the early 90s. Financial pressures and industry changes forced him behind the scenes as a choreographer and mentor. He later resurged with roles in Ip Man, the US TV series Martial Law, and returned to directing with The Bodyguard in 2016. Through it all, Sammo remained one of the architects of modern martial arts cinema. Bruce Lee's story is even more extraordinary. Born in 1940 in San Francisco and raised in Hong Kong, Bruce was exposed to film as a child actor. But growing up wasn't easy. His mixed heritage made him a target of bullying. As a teenager, he got into frequent street fights. His parents, worried about his future, sent him to the United States in 1959. There, Bruce rebuilt himself. He studied philosophy at the University of Washington and began teaching martial arts. But he didn't believe in rigid tradition. He believed in evolution. This thinking led to the creation of Jeet Kune Do, a revolutionary martial arts philosophy focused on adaptability, speed, and efficiency. Bruce broke racial barriers in Hollywood. After being denied leading roles, he returned to Hong Kong and created his own production company. Then came the films that changed everything. The Big Boss, Fist of Fury, Way of the Dragon, and finally, Enter the Dragon. In 1973, just as he was becoming a global superstar, Bruce Lee tragically died at age 32. His death shocked the world, but his legacy only grew stronger. Now we return to that unforgettable moment. Sammo Hung first worked with Bruce Lee in the early 1970s. On the set of Fist of Fury, Sammo was a stuntman. Curious, and maybe a little competitive, he decided to test Bruce's legendary speed. He asked Bruce directly, "Are you really that fast?" Bruce didn't answer with words. He threw a kick. Sammo recalls that he didn't even have time to finish his own movement. Bruce's foot stopped just inches from his face before he could react. That moment stunned him. "I said, you really fast," Sammo later admitted. They would work together again on Enter the Dragon, where Sammo played one of the fighters defeated by Bruce in the opening scenes. But beyond the physical skill, Sammo admired something deeper. Bruce's discipline, his intensity, his vision. Bruce wasn't just fighting on screen. He was changing how the world viewed Asian martial artists. He demanded respect. Sammo has said Bruce Lee wasn't just a colleague. He was a hero. And when Bruce died in 1973, it left a hole in the martial arts world that could never truly be filled. Bruce Lee's influence didn't end with his passing. His daughter, Shannon Lee, continues preserving his philosophy through the Bruce Lee Foundation. She also revived his original concept into the TV series Warrior, bringing his ideas to modern audiences. Meanwhile, Sammo Hung has continued honoring that spirit, training younger generations, choreographing iconic fight scenes, and protecting the authenticity of martial arts cinema. Both men faced setbacks. Both fought criticism. Both reshaped an entire genre. But perhaps Sammo's story says it best. When you test greatness, sometimes you don't even get halfway through your kick, because legends move faster than time.